Okay, so the next shelf I'm going to go through is this one, and I've got some books and movies that I'm going to move out of the way first. Okay, so also big movie and movie buff, and got a huge collection of those. I'm trying to downsize as well. And books, I just need to read through them. All right, so what do we have behind here? More board games, of course. Okay, so we've got a lot of DVG games back here. We've got Corsair Leader, Thunderbolt Apache Leader, and Warfighter, Band of Brothers, which isn't DVG. And we've got a TMG collection here as well. We've got Gold West. So Gold West, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. It's a good light game. It's just I think there's a ton of like really good light games out there. Plus, J. Alex Cavern. I think some of his better games are like Sentient. I really like that one. I'm not saying that this is bad, but it's on the lighter end, I think. So it's gonna go. Corsair Leader. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. Haven't played it in a while. It was good. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. I need to play through it a few more times and then let it go. Thunderbolt Apache Leader, on the other hand, is a great game. I like that. That's probably my favorite one in the series, so that's gonna stay. Warfighter and Band of Brothers. They're not the same game style of games, but still, I think I'm going to keep Warfighter, but Band of Brothers, I'm going to let go. Over here, the TMG games, Girls of London, I haven't played, but I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about it, so it's probably going to go. Yokohama, I played, I love it, it's going to stay. Hentes, Ponzi Scheme, I haven't played either one. Food Chain Magnate, one of my favorite games. It's gonna stay. It's just super heavy game. I love the tech tree in it. Rising Sun and Blood Rage. Rising Sun is gonna go. Blood Rage is gonna stay. I've backed Onked already. I'm waiting for that, but I don't know. Rising Sun, it had cool minis in it, but I think Blood Rage is more to the point, and it's just blunt about the game style. I mean, Rising Sun, I think there's a little bit too much negotiation, and it can get bogged down. And one big thing I hate about it is in certain player counts, not everybody gets the same number of turns. That doesn't make any sense to me, and you'd have to house rule so that everybody does get the same number of turns. Because man, if you're behind, you don't get to catch up, especially if the people in the lead are in alliance with each other, and it's just some cases it sucks. So it's gonna leave my collection. We've got Manila in here. It's a fun little push your luck type game. It's sort of like a lot of bidding in it. It's going to stay. Quacks of Quedlinburg. It's going to stay. On the Underground. It's a train game. It's different. I think it's better in many ways than like Ticket to Ride, but I'm still gonna get rid of it, I think. Ticket to Ride is gonna stay because it's just of the nostalgia factor with it for me. But this one, it's a good game, but I'm just gonna have to let it go. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. New York Slice is a good game, but it's too light for me. Unless I bring it out, with players that don't usually game. It's a great intro game, but with the friends I have now, my game group now, I think we're into the heavier games. BSG, it's gonna stay. One of my fondest gaming memories is playing BSG, and like just the what do you call it? Hidden trader mechanic in it is just superb. So that was definitely a keeper. Okay, so down here we've got Abomination. I just got it, still haven't played it yet. Um, I hear that it doesn't. It drags on a little bit too long, so after a couple of plays, I'll decide whether to keep it or not. Right now, I'm leaning towards I'm probably going to get rid of it. We've got Revolution, an old game, old Steve Jackson game. I don't know. I don't know if he just okay. Designed by Philip Dubarry. Um, it was fun. It's one of the first games I ever got. It was fun back then. I need to introduce it to a few more people, and then I'm probably gonna get rid of it. Um, it's been surpassed by many more games that take less time to play and kind of delivers the same result. Wingspan, superb game. It's a keeper. I'm gonna collect. I guess I don't know what other continents they're gonna come up with next, but that's a keeper. Champions of Midgard. It's a fun game. I think it's a little bit too long compared to Raiders of the North Sea. I'm leaning towards getting rid of it. A few more plays. We've got Dixit, classic game, love it. One of the few, like family party games that I have, and I think I'm going to keep that one because I've got a lot of expansions for it. Pret-a-Porter, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I think that's a keeper. Mombasa, haven't played it yet. I think David Pfister game. I think that's a keeper. Three Kingdoms, haven't played yet. Inuit, I played it a couple times. It's okay. It's okay. Another great David Pfister game over here, Great Western Trail. I like this one better than Maracaibo, so that's a keeper. I've got Czar, although it's probably my second best in the gift series after Yinch. I'm trying to limit, really, like get my top 5 or maybe top 10 abstracts down. So for now, I think I'm going to get rid of it, depending on when I look back, whether I don't have enough, abstracts in my collection, then it's probably going to be the first ones to stay. We've got here Formula D, formerly Formula Day, I believe. It's a fun game. I think there's better racing games out there. I can't think of it now. Gosh. Anyways, I believe I've got enough racing games, trying to keep it down to maybe like 3 or 4 racing games. This one's probably going to have to go. Black Angel, unopened, unplayed. Santa Maria, unplayed. Terraforming Mars, unplayed. Just kidding. Love the game. Keeper. I didn't back the new Kickstarter for it, but where you have actually legit pretty cool tiles. But this one, it fits in the box with a couple expansions. That's good enough for me. That's all I need. It's gonna stay. Santorini, although it's unopened, my copy, I've played it several times. It's a good enough abstract, but I'm gonna get rid of it. There's better ones out there. Although it's a good intro level abstract, but I think a lot of abstracts are, in the sense, intro level. It's just like the mastery of them are sometimes difficult. Firefly, the board game, it's a great game, like sandboxy type game, like do whatever you want. If your game group wants to kind of not go out and win, as quickly as possible, you can definitely explore the game. I think it's going to stay. Quartermaster General, good entry level World War II game, but I think it's just too light, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. All right, so we've got some more games here. These 10 up here were um, my 10 by 10 for 2020. Although obviously COVID and whatnot happened, never did. I don't think I'm going to complete it. I'm going to try to with the ones that I can solo, but yeah, unfortunately, it's tough gaming in person right now, and I would not recommend it. Stay safe and yeah, don't get crazy out there. It's just a board game. You can always find time later on. Live first, safety first, and then board gaming. So we've got Scythe. I'm gonna get rid of this game. I mean, you know, it's a good game, but it's just I don't know. I believe that. Let me adjust right quick. I think that it's sort of bland when I think about it. It's sometimes ends very abruptly, and like it's got a lot of good things going for it, but still, yeah, it's just not enough for me to kind of keep it. Um, Shakespeare, great game. I'm gonna keep that one. Take it to Wakan, probably my top 25 games. That's a keeper. Kemet, oh, superb game. That's definitely a keeper. Um, I think it's between Kemet, Cyclades, and Inish. This is probably my favorite one. Yeah. Caverna, it's better than Agricola, but not as well. I mean, it's not really the same game, but not as good as Feast for Odin. So it's probably going to leave, actually. Don't know yet. I'll need a few more plays. Zolkin, great game. Just the visuals on it is just amazing. The gears moving. That's a keeper factor for there. We've got Lowlands, sort of an Uwe Rosenberg inspired game, or not really. He didn't inspire it, but that type, like is sort of along his, what do you call it? His style of games. So for now, though, I think I'm going to get rid of it. Yeah, we'll see. The main goal is to get rid of games that I don't get to play enough, so why not? Troyes, great game. That's a keeper for me. Lorenzo, top 20 game here. It's really good. Keeper. Vinos, Vital Sarda, one of his best, if not his best one, I think is a keeper. Fief, I don't get to play it enough, so it's got some cool stuff in it. It's cool combat, but yeah, not good enough to keep. Leyte, there's a battle in the Philippines. Not good enough to keep. I actually haven't played it, so I don't really know, but still, it's going to be tough getting it played to begin with. Village, TMG game. It's good enough. It's a great game, but I think there are better TMG games out there. I think it's gonna leave. Dracarian, haven't played it. Looks awesome. I'm gonna keep it. D&D is just the starter set with the player's handbook in there. I think I'm gonna keep it just to have an RPG out there. Imhotep, it's light. It's got enough variability, and it's like sort of an intro game. I think I'm gonna keep it just because it's a good enough entry level game. One of the better ones out there. Maria, haven't played it. I think it's gonna be tough to get played. After a couple plays, I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, so moving on. We've got Forbidden Stars. I've had it for a long time. I haven't played it, but it's a keeper. I think it's going to be a really good game. Star Wars Rebellion, Star Wars in a box, basically. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, Robinson Crusoe. I've only played it a couple times. Haven't soloed it yet, which I want to do, but I think I'm gonna move it out of my collection. Okay, Gugong, great game. That's a keeper for sure. D&D. Okay, so D&D. This is Castle Ravenloft. Yeah, I'm gonna move it on. There's better dungeon crawls out there. Dungeon Lords. I haven't played it yet. I don't know. I hear good things, but I don't hear enough, so I'm probably gonna. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Yinch, the best in the gift series. This is a game worth keeping. This is probably one of the top 10 abstract games out there in existence, in my opinion. Okay, so down here we have El Grande, the big box. Haven't played it, but I'm gonna keep it. Eclipse, that's the Kickstarter that came out. Haven't played it, keeping it. Cosmic Encounters, it's a fun game. I guess I should keep it in my collection. It's one of those, like, yeah, no, not for now. I'm gonna keep it. Ethnos, oh man, one of the best, like, themeless area control games out there. Yeah, it's a fun game. I like it. I'm going to keep it. Mare Nostrum, haven't played it, but for now I'm going to keep it. Friedrich, I think this is this is a sort of a war game or, conflict game of some sort. Haven't played it. Probably won't keep it though. Exodus, Proxima Centauri, sort of like another space opera like Eclipse. Haven't played it, but I will keep it. Dead of Winter. This is a sort of this is a good game. I like it a lot, and I'm definitely going to keep it. Keeps that tension throughout the game. Like, not only if you have a goal you're trying to accomplish, like trying to hide it from other people or trying to find out what other people's goals are, and maybe not necessarily thwart their goals, but make sure that your colony is not going to be overrun. So it's a good game. I'm going to keep it. So the next shelf I have, I've got some small games in here which I nest within games, so I'm not going to talk about those. I've got Edge of Darkness. I've had it for a while, haven't played it. More than likely, I'll play through it, and I think it's going to move. I've heard mixed reviews on it. It's probably time for it to move on. We have here GKR, Giant Killer Robots, an excellent miniatures game. The minis on it are huge. I think I bought the Kickstarter edition with like plastic buildings and all these extras in it, and just makes the game pop on the table. I mean, it is amazing. But that's a keeper. That's a keeper for sure. I've got Explorers of the North Sea. I do have the whole North Sea trilogy, I think it's what it's called, with raiders and shipwrights and explorers. For now, this one's a tough one. If I'm going to call it a set, it might stay, but I don't know. I might decide to play it a few more times and get rid of it. The only one I like really is Raiders, so we'll see. Chinatown, I like this little game. It's a nice little negotiation game. I've got Spartacus. It's really cool. I mean, I haven't played it in a while, but yeah, it's fun. It might stay. Sidereal Confluence. You need the right group to play it. So, and unfortunately, it doesn't get to the table enough. So, it's probably gonna go. Ashes. It's a good. It's one of the few complete games. I think I have everything for it, so it's gonna stay. Yeah, it's a good game, card game as well. Through the Ages, that's a great game. Gonna keep that one. I've got Time Stories. I need to play it through the Marcy case, and I think I have another expansion. After that, I'm done with the game. Netrunner. Oh my gosh, I really like the game. I don't have everything for it, and it's so like if you're late into the game, you can't get everything because they're the early expansions and blister packs are so jacked up in price that getting them secondhand is just you're paying hundreds of dollars, which is not going to happen. So one thing I've done is I bought from the missing expansions from the expansions that I'm missing. I bought the I guess the sets that are from a different language, and then I've just printed off. I think it's like I forget what website it is. It basically has an image of all the cards, and I just print those off and then sleeve it into the other foreign language games. So, or pieces. Poker, yeah, I mean, sometimes you just, I just play poker. I enjoy it. It's a good, like non-gamer type game. So, yeah, so that one's probably going to stay. Okay, so down here we've got some bottom shelf games, but not necessarily bad games. I've got Strike of the Eagle. Haven't played it. Have had it for a long time when I thought I was into wargaming, which some war games I really like, but this one I just haven't gotten to play. I've had it for years, but yeah, it's probably I need to move it out of my collection. Okay, so we've got Imperial Assault. Actually, I think this one is going to stay in my collection. Armada, it's awesome. It's an epic game, but I'm building my X-Wing collection instead, and I think I'm going to have to get rid of this one. I've got Fantasy Flight. Every time they make a new edition, they just cash in. They know that we're hooked, so I've tried to convert a lot of my Edition 1 factions, and now I'm deep into the second edition. We've got Pathfinder down here. I've got 3 up. There might be 4 now. I don't remember, but they're fun card games. But I think I need to play through the campaign one more time and then get rid of them. I don't play it often enough, and I think there are better campaign games out there. Descent being, Descent's not really a card game, but and it's still Descent is a little bit fiddly, but I do like that that fantasy theme to it. So Pathfinder card game is going to go, but Descent is going to stay.